Message for the InBodied Collective for the week ahead, for the week of Sunday, June 28th, 2026. Welcome to the week ahead InBodied Collective Forecast for the week of Sunday, June 28th, 2026. It is now 9:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your guide, and we just got two cards out at the same time. I normally wouldn't take these both at the same time, but I got the message that I needed to start speaking, and once I started speaking, as you see, two cards came out on their own. So the main lesson for this week, the main message of this forecast for the week is this on the descendant. Both cards came out on the descendant. We have a spirit side card and we have a body side card. We have card number 29, and it was 909 when I said that this was the top presenting card. So the number 9 seems to be significant this week. The number 9 is the number of completion. We are coming to the completion of the month of June. June is the 6th month, which also is affiliated with the number 9. Something significant about that. Suffering coming to an end is what I just heard. Suffering coming to an end on the DC angle. On the spirit side of the InBodied Tarot, the DC focuses on auditory learning. We might hear something this week. This also is the week that begins Mercury retrograde. Look at this. We also have card number 36 on the body side. These two cards are definitely working together. You may receive some information this week that will allow you to end some suffering, and it might be in relation to other people. Both of these cards are on the DC. On the DC, the descendant of the astrological chart. 3 + 6 = 9, 9, 9 we have here. Okay, we have 11 and 9. Entering a new phase. Whenever I see the number 11, I think of the high priestess, a pillar on each side, 1, 1. Entering something new, ending suffering, getting a message, receiving a message from maybe someone else, DC angle. Like I said, on the spirit side, the DC connects to auditory learning. So we may hear something that points us at something that we might not have been wanting to see before. As far as, and these two cards being in conjunction to each other. So we have the shadow and we have the mentor. And you might want to reach out to someone for support. But the lower limbs, the kings and queens in my deck, the sages are the kings, the healers are the queens in my deck. So they rule regions of the body. So we're talking about the lower limbs. So we're talking about from the waist down. And we can't talk about Scorpio without talking about sexuality in a certain, aspect of it. Like I said, both of these cards are on the DC. Ending may be coming in some type of relationship. You may want to take this retrograde to just reflect, not act on what it is that you are receiving. You may want to do some lower limb exercises, stretching, building up your strength. I just heard building up the strength to walk away, building up the strength to walk away. So keep an eye on your lower limbs this week. Do some exercise, maybe take a walk to clear your mind. Yes. Let's see if we have anything else for this week as far as a collective message, collective embodied message forecast for the week of Sunday, June 28th. Sunday, June 28th for the week ahead. Any other messages? Otherwise, we will close it out. We don't want to overwhelm anybody, but there is, like I said, a focus on the DC. And also, in my deck, being an emergency manager by trade, the DC on the body side points us towards the phase of recovery. We're recovering from some type of suffering. So we have auditory learning with the DC angle on the spirit side, and we have recovery on the DC spirit side. It is now 9:15. My alarm goes off every day at 9:15 because I was born on 9/15, giving thanks for the information that we are receiving, giving thanks for the ability to walk away. So there is a message, like I said, about auditory message, auditory learning something new that we hear, and DC, and both of these are on the same angle, which points to the subject area of social studies. So we may be studying our social environments, and if it's causing more suffering. If, or you may be stepping into the role of mentor. You may be asked to be a mentor for someone else, to give someone else a little bit of support through their suffering. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But there, like I said, the message for this week is very focused on the outside of us. What is outside of us? The descendant, the mirrors around us, what we are projecting onto the outside world. Are we projecting our own shadows and our own suffering on other people? We may need to be embodying more of a mature energy, 51 to 77 years old, or there may be someone 51 to 77 years old that comes along to assist you. The number 9 is relevant for this week. Tomorrow is the 29th. Look at that. Tomorrow is the 29th with the 29 right there. So we have an even spread with spirit side and body side. So we need to be focused on both together. All right, I guess that's it. Let's turn to the side and see if I get anything else. I would like to thank our highest guides for delivering this forecast. Let it go within our minds as clarity and not confusion. If you would like to get a personal forecast, you can reach me through my website. It is under construction. I'm a one-woman show. This is all I do. I've created this embodied tarot deck. This particular deck that I'm using today is my trilogy set. So this is a total of 44 cards times 3. I think that's 132 cards. One of the 44 card sets is spirit side only, and one of the 44 cards is body side only, and then the other 44 cards combines both, which hopefully will be for sale sooner rather than later. I won't give an exact date, but we are working on the art for everything. Like I said, you can reach me on my website, Fatimah.faith. Fatimah.faith. That's F as in Frank, A, T as in Tom, I, M as in Mary, A-H, .faith. F as in Frank, A-I-T-H. And I would like to thank you again for sitting in on this message. Thank you. Thank you. And I always announce it just in case another message would like to come out. And we have card number 2 coming out on the MC. So there's a communication going on between the angle of the DC and the MC. So that is the quadrant we are in. DC to MC, 7th house to 10th house, okay? And we have this Child of Spirit card. Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit. There we go. We have this Child of Spirit card. This is number 2 in my deck, okay? I feel like there is a nice, fresh new beginning in how we meet the world after we go through whatever this is going on the DC angle with other people. And this is on the body side. This is the archetype of the explorer. Be open to explore this week to rejuvenate your cells and solar plexus chakra, finding your will again. This is about early childhood. You may even receive a message about and it might trigger a little bit of your childhood wounds, but it's okay. You will get through it. Just be open to exploring ages 0 to 4. And when these cards come out, I also like to listen to music from those time periods in your life to see what that might bring up. For instance, let's see, I was born in 1982, so that would be 1982 plus 4 years to 1986. Hey Siri, what was the top 20 songs in 1986? Let's see what that comes out to be. All right. So we have number 2, number 29. All right. We have Dionne Warwick. That's What Friends Are For. Which is really cool. That was the first song that just popped up. What are friends for? And I said, you may need to reach out to someone else. It doesn't have to be someone this exact age. It could be someone that just holds this type of elder energy, someone that you trust, someone that is a sage, kind of helps ground you. This is an earth card. And if we want to look at this from a chakra perspective, we're definitely in our solar plexus chakra, and we got the solar plexus chakra up here at the top. On the MC. The MC on the bottom, on the body side, points to mitigation. We're trying to mitigate the suffering. So I feel like this is maybe where the beginning of the week starts off. We're going to kind of recognize some shadows and things going on, but I feel like I said, it's coming to an end. Whatever this is, we're going to come into some new information that's going to help relieve us from suffering. We may need to reach out for some support to heal our heart. Green is the color of the heart chakra. So something kind of hits us in the gut is kind of what I hear here. And like I said, the DC is the angle of the auditory learner. So something kind of hits us in the gut here with the solar plexus chakra that may cause us to reach out to someone that can help us heal our heart and the information that we have received. Then to help us move into being a little bit more exploratory, to heal us at a cell level, at a cellular level, is what I'm getting from this Child of Spirit. Listen to some music that, takes you back to your childhood, that actually hopefully gives you some good feelings and rejuvenates literally your childlike spirit. We didn't get anything on the Ascendant, and we didn't get anything on the IC. Anytime I close out the deck, I give thanks to our spirit guides for providing the message, and then that gives me 2 more cards closed out. So thank you. Let's try to close it out again. Thank you. And like I said, sometimes you just got to get things going a little bit. And here we are. We have something now on the Ascendant. All right. And we are back in the suit of spirit with the neon pink. Okay. So pink. This is the root chakra. This is symbolic for me of red. So we are starting something new. We went through the solar plexus chakra here with some type of shadow being revealed to us, hearing something that kind of triggers a shadow aspect of ourselves. And shadow is not bad. It's something that we just refuse to look at that causes us suffering. But as soon as we recognize it, as soon as we illuminate it, yellow, solar plexus, as soon as we solar plexus, add light to it, we become more aware. Then we can reach out for support to help us recover. Like I said, this is body side. DC is the emergency management phase of recovery, auditory learning, recovery, auditory learning, and recovery. Okay. One of the ways that can help us recover and heal our heart is maybe going on a walk, working with the lower limbs to help rejuvenate the heart, which will then lead us into refreshed will, healing ourselves at a cellular level, going back, it's like rebirthing ourselves. And then we moved over here to card number 23 with the lighthouse. This is the Queen of Wands, or the healer of spirits. And this is the region of the chest. This is also ages 31 to 50. So if you are within that age range, it feels like new light is going to burst into your life. You can feel it in your chest. And also, this week, we're working at a cellular level. We're also working with the region of our chest. So whether that's doing some push-ups or taking a walk, these two things can work together. Our heart is in our chest. Our lungs are in our chest. We can do some breath work to rejuvenate the spirit of the child. Okay, so all of this is surrounding the suffering card, but look how much support we have surrounding us, and you will feel like yourself again. On the AC body side, this is response. Okay, so this is the phase of response. You'll be able to respond better once you first recover. There's something that you're having to recover from at the beginning of the week that will lead to you being able to respond appropriately. So now what I'm getting from this spread is something auditory. Like I said, auditory learning on the DC angle is going to come to you. You do not need to react right now. We are not in response phase. We're in awareness phase. Okay. We're in the spirit phase. We're embodying the lesson. We're learning about the shadow this week. This is centering the whole spread. We're going to do that. Then we're going to move into exercise. Like I said, something about taking a walk, possibly, making time to, when you find this information out, take a walk, get out so that way you can not only strengthen your body, but you strengthen your heart, green heart chakra, which will then rejuvenate you into being a little bit more inquisitive, to be an explorer, to heal yourself at, like I said, a cellular level. Use music, things that would be helpful for a young child, so that way you can step into healing your own spirit. And I did not forget about this card. And we have, and I don't know how I knew that it was going to be on the DC end. And look at that. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, the teacher. And I think we might already be, Chiron has now moved into Taurus. My Chiron is in Taurus. So we are moving. My generation is moving into our Chiron return. So this came out on the body side. Chiron in my deck is the teacher, and it's card number 1. We literally have card number 1 and card number 2. These two cards are in the schoolhouse together. Okay, this is before they come down to earth and they start working with all the energies. This particular deck, I don't know if I said it, the trilogy deck is all the major arcanas, not even all my extra cards, but it has my angle cards in it, which are my purple cards. So there's the descendant right there. There is the ascendant right here. So we have the angle cards, so you can learn about the angles, and then we have all the court cards and major arcanas. There are no numbered minor arcanas in this deck, particularly. So, we can do some research on the fascia. Like I said, we are healing ourselves this week at a cellular level. We are working through the fascia, the connective tissue that wires our whole body. This is where the trauma is stored. So yes, it does look like some type of trauma, a wound is going to come up this week, but it seems like it's going to happen at the beginning of the week. Reach out for support if you need it, or if you want to work with this shadow on your own. Take a walk, do things that will bring your spirit back to life. Listen to music. You will feel more like yourself, probably even better than yourself. Something is going to help light you up this week. This directly led to this card here. So the child of spirit directly led to the healer of spirit, which will rejuvenate you. And then you will be the teacher of your own wounds. You'll learn to work with the fascia, the atomic body or atmic body. These different seals I got from the Gene Keys. This also deals with your sixth senses and beyond. So I feel like through this process of suffering, you will tap into better sixth senses, whether that's clairvoyance, clairaudience, probably clairaudience. I think that something for some reason is coming to me. Yeah. The sixth chakra, if we worked from the bottom to the top, because it says the sixth seal of revelation, if you would like to do some research on that. Hey Siri, what's the sixth seal of revelation? The sixth seal of revelation. I looked up when Revelation 6:12 through 17. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of the heaven fell to the earth as the fig tree drops its late figs when it is shaken by a mighty wind. Then the sky recessed as a scroll when it was rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men, the commanders, the mighty men, every slave and every free man hid themselves in the caves and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath has come, and who is able to stand? I'm not reading this to scare anyone. I'm just giving some type of reference for where I get this information from. So yes, something will be revealed this week, interestingly enough, and now there are fireworks going off on this 28th day of June. Let's see what else I can see about the sixth seal. When he opened the sixth seal, I looked, and behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became black. The moon, the full moon, which the full moon is on Tuesday, full moon in Capricorn, 13, and the stars of the fell to the sky. I could go into some very deep information right now. If you would like to join the InBodied Collective, it's $8 a month. I'm always in the temple. You can email me, Fatimah at fatimah.faith. Some information is not for this particular platform. Let's see. Yeah. So the sixth seal here with Chiron is all about the earthquake, sun, moon, and stars. We are also going into America's 250th birthday, which has astrological repercussions. We have finished America's Pluto return. Okay. America was founded 250 years ago when Pluto was in Capricorn. Pluto is now in Aquarius. We are in a new time, okay? This is about the sixth senses. We have to tap in more deeply to how we communicate with one another. We have to be wiser. The mentor, the sage of body, we have to be more wise. We are calling forth lighthouse, our people. How can we call forth our people? Isn't this something? Because the death card here, the symbology feels like revelation, right? This is the card of Scorpio. This is the area of the 8th house where we don't really understand. Well, it's a lot of trauma, a lot of healing, a lot of rebirth, a lot of death. Okay. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and close it out because I can channel forever. Thank you. All right. We need to work with our muscles this week. The Tower card in my deck is Divine Intervention, okay? This is card number 12 in this deck, okay? Anytime I see 12, I think of the 12 disciples, right? Hope you all can see these, okay? Work with the muscles this week. Work on your strength. You're going to need your strength this week to work with the energies that are currently going to be happening this week, but you're going to make it through. It's going to be fine. Okay. But we do have body side, body side, body side, body side. The only spirit card we have, the spiritual lesson for the week is about the shadow and about suffering. Okay. Everything else, we're really tapped into our body this week. Okay. So I need you all to exercise, eat well, think about reprogramming yourself at a cellular level. So we also have this on the MC, okay? Something is going to happen this week that is going to divine intervention. Just think of it as divine intervention. If anything major happens this week, it's divine intervention. Go with it, okay? Let things come to you. You don't have to act on things because divine intervention is already working. You don't have to do much of anything, okay? It wasn't until later on in the week that we moved into the ascendant and then this last descendant card. Now, I always call this card on the other side the bonus card. So let's flip it over and see what we got. Oh, look at that. On the body side, this is another body side card. This is card number 37. Okay, so we have 36 and 37 right by each other. The skin, okay? The skin has 3 different layers, okay? So we want to nurture, and when I think about the skin connected with the fascia, massaging even the muscles, okay? There's a lot of tension going on this week. Something's going to kind of trigger all this tension, especially in our lower limbs. Massage your legs, take a walk, but also work with the heart and the chest. Breathe. Do a little bit of exercise. Don't do too much because this is all leading to your integration. This is the card of integration. This is the card of Saturn, okay? In my system, all the planets are some type of inquiry. So whether it's a question word or it's part of Bloom's taxonomy, Saturn is when. Saturn answers the question when, okay? So there may be something that comes up this week that has to do with timing, okay? Chiron also holds a question word of why. I believe Chiron is why. Yes, Chiron is why. You're going to understand this week why things happened the way they happened. And this may have been something that has happened over a long period of time. Like I said, we're going back to childhood up here with 0 to 4 years old. Okay. So anyway, I hope this message finds whoever it needs to find. If it resonates with you, feel free to leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'm sending you all nothing but peace and positivity through this week. Whatever you're going through, you will make it through, okay? You're coming out as the lighthouse, okay? The only card on the ascendant you have is the lighthouse. And I just heard say it with your chest. You know, there may be an opportunity. We started out with the auditory, receiving a message about some type of suffering that might trigger you a little bit. We're going to move through that energy and then we'll come back around. And when it is time to speak, you will know it. When it's time for you to sit on your throne and share the message that you need to share, you will be able to say it from a place of balance, and you'll be able to say it with your heart, okay? You'll be able to say it with your heart, and it'll shed light on the situation that may feel dark, okay? All right, until the next time, peace.